Hi dear students, dear friends, wishing you all a very happy Independence Day. Let's salute, let's pay tribute to our great martyrs, our great freedom fighters. And in today's session, today's video, we will learn the very core events in India's independence struggle from 1940s to 1947. In fact, this part is very important for your examination. And if in the prelims examination, cutoff is 100 or 120, from history alone, you can score 30 to 40 marks, provided you revise it thoroughly, you learned it properly. Because minimum 15 questions would be asked from history if you check the previous year's trend. So something 30 to 40 marks you can score from history alone. So have a good revision of ancient, medieval, modern India, art and culture portions. Okay. So without wasting time, let us start now. Yeah, the core events, the chronology of the core events from 1940 to 1947. Starting with the August offer. This August offer, this was offered in 1940 by the then Viceroy Lord Linlithgow. Each point is a UPSC question and its answer. So August offer 1940 offered by Linlithgow, and it just promised expansion of Viceroy's Executive Council, and Indians can frame their constitution, etc., or maybe after war dominion status, etc. Because British wanted Indian support in their World War effort. More Indian resources, more Indian soldiers to be recruited, etc. But this August offer was rejected because nothing like a Purna Swaraj, complete independence provision, was not offered here. So this August offer 1940, and there is no promise of interim government by Indians, no offer. So August offer 1940 is rejected by Indian national leadership, Indian National Congress. Then Gandhiji launched individual Satyagraha. Individual Satyagraha 1940 October, that is to affirm the freedom of the speech, freedom of the press, or freedom of expression. Okay, if Gandhiji launched a mass movement, Gandhiji felt it may turn violent. Gandhiji never wanted to embrace British Empire in that crisis situation. Okay, Gandhiji launched individual Satyagraha. Vinoba Bhave was selected as the first individual Satyagrahi, 1940 October, to affirm individual. It is to affirm the right to speech. 1942 March, there is CIVICS Proposals. CIVICS Proposals again promising Union India with dominion status after war. And Indians will be constituted to frame on constitution. Indians can frame on constitution, and there will be Union India with dominion status after war. So such things are fallen promise, or these are already expired. Now Indian National Congress demanding for complete independence, no dominion status. Okay, so dominion status is as dead as nail. No more dominion status, only complete independence. So CIVICS proposals were also failure. Gandhiji described it as the post-dated check on crashing bank. Post-dated check on crashing bank. Japanese bombing in Indian territory, that is in 1942. July 1942, there is Wardha Congress session, Congress Working Committee, July 1942, Wardha Congress Working Committee passed a resolution on Quit India. Okay, Quit India movement. They passed a resolution on Quit India movement because there is a possible Japanese invasion, and also the British is facing reverses in Southeast Asia. Thinking so, there is July 1942, there is Wardha Congress Working Committee passed a resolution on Quit India movement. The 1942, there is August 8, Gandhiji announced this Quit India movement, Gandhiji announced Quit India movement in the Gwalior Tank Maidan, that is in August 8. Gandhiji given a call which is do or die mantra Gandhiji given. That night itself, in a single sweep, all the prominent national leaders were arrested. Okay, they were arrested and put in the jail, deported to unknown places. Then there is Quit India movement. The 1942, you take care. This is not MS Dhoni, this is Mohan Singh. This is Mohan Singh. He already organized this INA, Indian National Army. So Indian National Army is not organized by Subhash Chandra Bose, not started by Subhash Chandra Bose, started by Mohan Singh. Subhash Chandra Bose revived this Indian National Army. Now 1943, Subhash Chandra Bose, he reached Singapore. Okay, Subhash Chandra Bose 1943 reached to Singapore. He revived this Indian National Army. Okay, then 1943 July itself, Provisional Government of Free India was established. Provisional Government of Free India was established. Okay, Provisional Government of Free India was established. That is to liberate India from British government, British rule. 1943, Andaman and Nicobar Islands. Okay, Andaman Nicobar Islands handed over to this Provisional Government of Free India. Okay, to INA by this Japanese government. Andaman Nicobar Islands handed over to this INA. Now 1944, you see, July, there is Imphal campaign in which INA force accompanied Japanese force, yes, to fight this British. Imphal campaign 1944. But Imphal campaign, we have seen the Japanese forces faced reverses. Okay, they faced reverses. Then 1944, there is Rajaji talk also. This Imphal campaign, you see, even the INA forces, INA soldiers were also mistreated by Japanese forces. It affected that, what is called, or it discouraged, or maybe they faced racial discriminations in the hands of Japanese soldiers, Japanese forces. Now here, 1944, same year, there is Rajaji Formula. Okay, Rajaji Formula, not Raja Rani, Rajaji. Yes, Rajaji Formula. This is to end constitutional deadlock. End constitutional deadlock between Congress and League. There is a Rajaji Formula that become basis for Gandhi Jinnah talk in the same year, but that discussion, that talk was a failure. Okay, the Congress and League could not reach a particular mutual understanding. 1945, there is INA trial. Okay, the INA prisoners were Indian National Army. Okay, the prisoners were tried in Red Fort, which is 1945. INA trial is followed by INA trial agitation, in which Congress, League and this Liberal Federation, Communist Party all come together to support these INA prisoners. Okay, so INA trial followed by INA trial agitation. Then it is the Shai Laikat Pact 1945. Again there is an attempt. After Rajaji Formula, Jinnah, Gandhiji Jinnah talk failure. Yes, the Shai Laikat Pact is the 1945. This is to compromise between Congress and the League for establishing interim government with equal participation from League and Congress, but it is also failure. The Shai Laikat Pact 1945, it was also failure. February 1946, there is Rhine Mutiny. Royal Indian Navy naval ratings, they agitated against this British government because of the discriminations and because of the oppression they faced. Rhine Mutiny, Royal Indian Navy mutiny. That was the final nail on the coffin of this British colonial rule in India, according to many historians. Okay. Then there is 1946 cabinet mission arrival. May 1946 cabinet mission. This is to provide a solution for transfer of power. It is to frame the Constitution of India. This is to arrange a Constituent Assembly. This is to discuss on transfer of power. Cabinet mission 1946, which provided for a federal constitution, or which recommended Union India, undivided India. But it is cabinet mission proposals also rejected by both Congress and League after some times. Okay, cabinet mission proposals, it is not okay for Congress and League. Cabinet mission proposals 1946, it was a cabinet mission, 3-member commission. It was appointed by Clement Attlee. Clement Attlee was the then British Prime Minister. 1946 July, what happened there? Yes, Constituent Assembly elections happened in 1946 July, Constituent Assembly elections, in which Congress won majority seat in the Constituent Assembly elections, which almost disturbed Jinnah. Okay, see, August 6, this Congress was invited to form government. Then August 16, there is Direct Action Day, which was declared by Muhammad Ali Jinnah, 1946, same year. Then 1946, September, yes, interim government was formed by this, Viceroy invited Nehru to form this interim government, and Nehru was the head of that interim government. Then October, League also joined this interim government, but later that interim government formation, coalition government, was also a failure. 1947 February, June. 1947 February, Clement Attlee, then British Prime Minister, announced that India will be granted independence by June 1948. By June 1948. 1947 March, Mountbatten arrived India to effect the transfer of power. Okay. February 1947, Clement Attlee announced by June 1948, independence will be granted to India. That will be the deadline. 1947 March, Mountbatten arrived here. Then Mountbatten proposed two plans, May Plan, June Plan. May Plan was rejected by the national leadership because it proposed that let the provinces be free first, then let them decide whether they must join India or remain independent, etc. Okay, that was rejected. Then June Plan. May Plan is also known as Balkan Plan. Then there is June Plan, that was accepted. Then Independence Bill was introduced in the British Parliament in June. July 1947, Indian Independence Act was passed. Then accordingly, there are two sovereign states, or India and Pakistan will be created as separate nations. Okay, that was in according to that act, and a boundary commission will be appointed. Sir Radcliffe Commission, boundary commission will be appointed to demarcate boundary between India and Pakistan. 14th August, Pakistan became like independent state. 15th August, India became independent state. Okay, independent nation. So this is the way you just revise the core events in this, the core events in the final episode of India's independence struggle. Okay, revise it, and we have done it in detail in our sessions, regular sessions. Revise it and watch all the sessions. That will be definitely helpful for you. And please do subscribe our channel if not, okay, for more sessions and more for support from our history, economy, geography, polity, current affair classes. Okay, so stay tuned. All the very best wishes. Do revision multiple times, practice previous year's questions and UPSC standard model questions. All the very best to all of you. Okay, again wishing you all, yes, all the blessings of this great Indian Independence Day. Okay, thank you.